Hello, Durud and Shalom, everyone. I think a lot of you have seen what has happened. I think we're talking about Evyatar, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Evyatar David, I think that's how you say it in Hebrew. Is it David or David? It's a new video. Let me actually put it on screen that Hamas just put out. And we need to talk about this. For people who haven't followed the news, he's an Israeli hostage. And Hamas just released a video of him. So he's a 22-year-old Israeli who was kidnapped by Hamas during the October 7th attack, the 2023 October 7th attack. He was attending the Nova Music Festival, and he was kidnapped there when the militants basically stormed the event and took him hostage. So now we just got a video of him, and I think most of you have seen it or have heard about it, but I need to also, after we go over it and talk about it, we also need to understand why Hamas is doing this, because it's really important, especially in Israel, for Israelis to understand the tactic. I think some of you already know, but some reactions that you're going to see in Israel is exactly what Hamas wants. I mean, for a lot of people, this doesn't make any sense. So why would Hamas put out this video making themselves look evil by doing this? Because this was not leaked. This is Hamas purposefully put this out to show how bad his situation is. And a lot of people would think, wouldn't Hamas be motivated to show that they are taking good care of hostages as a propaganda to make themselves look good? I mean, that's what they were going with originally. How come now they're releasing a video trying to show that actually, no, the hostages are in a very bad situation? What is the point of that? I see the chat is already busy. I mean, I have an answer for that, but I want you to see if you guys understand as well. So I see Angry Keyboard Warrior, Heavy Gretel here, Flying Robot Dog, West Boy. Thank you guys. You guys are here. Tora is here. Moral Wombat is here. Okay, it's good. The chat is busy. To intimidate, it's actually I'll tell you why. This was not. Yeah, before I actually show you the video, I need to show you a couple other things for you guys to get the context of how insane the situation is, right? So first of all, this is him before, and this is him now, right? So this is him before on the left, and this is the situation he is in right now. And also, I wanted to show you that how Hamas is living in this is a video of him in the tunnels. But also, let's look at how Hamas is spending its time in the tunnels. So this is a video from Hamas. Let's watch this first. I will go back to his video and play for you guys what he was saying in the tunnel. But look, these are Hamas. So banana, dates. They have plates.
وهم يغلب عليكم
Yeah, mango. Banana. Look how chubby this guy is. I think maybe these are like, I don't know. This guy by himself is the reason why people in Gaza might be starving. 5 plates of rice.
وراحن عليك يا ابو خالد راحت عليك الخير كله كب علينا يا ابو خالد ان شاء الله يا اخوان ابو خالد حيقصر حيجيب لكم عامه مبرومه يغلب على اللي جابه قصر والله مطمنه ويغلب على اخ ابو بكر.
By the way, the food that they're eating, this is food that Israel risked its soldiers to secure to get in for the people of Gaza, and then Hamas comes and loots them and attacks them, attacks all the trucks. But this is around 80, between 87% to, let me actually look at the number. Let me make sure that I give you the correct number. So why do they have this food? We have, so around 90% of the humanitarian aid, around 90, going into Gaza gets looted, seized, or diverted. So it's around 87%, and sometimes it gets to even higher. It gets to at one time it was getting to 100%. So who's looting them? Hamas takes the aid. They attack to give it to the supporters. Sometimes it's some other armed gangs, but most of the time it's Hamas. So this is the food that was supposed to go into the hand of civilians, but Hamas attacks it for its own supporters and its own fighters. Like this guy, look at this. Like, people are saying Gaza is starving, and this guy, like, I don't know. And also, here's a picture of Gaza. This was taken just a few days ago. Let me see. This was taken 3 days ago. This one on the left, right? So the one on the right is Evyatar. The one, these are, this is not famine. Like, I mean, I'm not saying there are no people in Gaza. Some of them are not experiencing extreme hunger. Obviously, that's happening, but many people in Gaza are not experiencing that. I mean, look, this is Evyatar. Look at the bones on his body. This is what famine-like situation looks like. So people in Gaza, they're getting more food than the Israeli in Gaza. There is enough food to go around to feed him. This is on purpose. They're starving him for the sake of this video. They have been starving him for the purpose of making this video, because, I mean, Hamas is very well fed, but even the average people in Gaza, they're not starving to that point. Look at them. This guy has a bit of a belly fat as well. This is not famine situation at all. At least not for those people. And another point in the video that you see at some point in the video, I need you to see the context before I show you the video. Do you guys understand what this picture shows? Because at some point in the video, they make him say that there's no food, and that's why he's so skinny. But if you actually look at the guy who's giving him the cup, obviously he doesn't have the same, like, he's not as skinny as that guy. This Hamas guy is not as skinny as that guy. So it's very important for you guys to know all of this. Let me see. Yeah, I do want to also show you some other videos, but let's actually go to the original video and play it and see what they made him say and do. So he has a couple of calendars on the wall, and he's writing on his calendar. He'll explain what his calendar is for. So wait, so Jack is saying, how do you know that these people represent the average person in Gaza? The situation is diverse. Some have it better than others, even among civilians. I mean, Jack, if you actually go rewind and listen to my exact wording, I was very careful to word it correctly. I said at least these people are not experiencing famine situation, and I also said that I understand that some people are experiencing extreme hunger. So if you actually listen to the words that I use, I was very careful to not generalize to the entirety of Gaza. And my point is that if you randomly select a couple of people and some of them are not going hungry, that means there is some food to go around for some people, for some of them to even have some belly fat. And obviously, if there is food for some people who are not Hamas to get fed, then obviously Hamas has access to even more food. So I know the situation is diverse, and what I said was reflective of that reality. So I was very careful with my words there. Oh, we got a couple of super chats. Ela is saying, thank you for sharing this. Well, thank you, Ela. Thank you. I mean, you guys told me. Guys, let me tell you, the Israelis have been very kind to Iranian people. Okay? And I'm covering this right now here on the English channel. But I also tell you that I just covered this on the Persian channel before I came here, on our Persian channel to Iranian audience. And the people, our audience, they were horrified. The Iranian people from Iran in the chat, they were crying, they were horrified, they were shocked, and they were showing a lot of sympathy to Israel, and they were cursing Hamas. And many of them were cursing Islam when they saw this. And I mentioned in on our Persian show that we Iranians need to show support for Israel right now, because the rest of the world is silent about this. They're not reacting to this. We have free Palestine chants everywhere, and there's many of us. Like, Iranians are high in number, and we support Israel. And especially given how kind Israelis have been to Iranians, we need to also make sure that we're there for Israel. We need to show to the world that not everybody has been fooled. We are there for Israel. We speak out. And when the rest of the world is not talking about Evyatar as much as they talk about Gaza, we Iranian people need to come and fill that gap, because we have one disadvantage that Israelis are good at so many things, but they're low in numbers. Okay, like, there's 10 million of them, there's 90 million of us Iranians. Okay, so we have that, and we could be on social media and make sure that we add to the number of people who are supporting Israel, especially at times like this, especially given how much they're doing for us. And I mentioned that on the Persian channel. I was telling them so that they are at least my Iranian audience is aware of Evyatar's situation. And yeah. Okay, I got another weird super chat from Diamond Encrusted Abdullah saying, Hubal Akabal is the god of Islam. Okay, sure. I don't know what that means, but okay. But thank you for the super chat. Let's continue. So he says today is July 27th. Don't know what I'm going to eat. I haven't eaten for days. And by the way, guys, so once he goes over his calendar on what days he has eaten, you notice that usually the gap between the days that he doesn't eat is 1 day, sometimes 2. But this latest gap of not eating has been 3 days of not eating. You'll notice that when we'll get there. And I suspect that was for the purpose of shooting this video, because they wanted to make sure that he's in the worst condition for this video specifically.
מה יקרה עם זה? אני כבר לא אוכל, לא יודע כמה ימים ברצף. אני נמצא פה.
So I've been living in a really difficult situation.
מצב מאוד מאוד מאוד מאוד קשה. כבר הרבה מאוד זמן, כבר כמה חודשים.
Since long time, since months. Guys, as you're watching them, please keep in mind that this is what he used to look like, okay? Let's go back.
אני לא...
There's not enough food. But so remember, please also keep in mind that everything he's saying is what Hamas has told him to say. You're not listening to him, you're listening to Hamas, because they made him starve like this. So actually, let me make sure that I read to you guys what the experts say about his situation right now. So obviously you can see that he looks severely underweight, visible ribs, sunken cheeks, and dry lips. So at some point you'll see they make him dig his own grave. There was some coughing. He looks weak and frightened, and doctors say that this is obviously malnutrition or starvation over an extended period of time. They say there are signs of possible infection or untreated illness, and also there are signs of general lack of medical care. So let's continue.
בקושי יש מים.
Oh, what? I said I barely get any drinking water.
אני לא...
I don't eat but a little amount of food.
אני אוכל ממש...
Look at me, look how slim I become.
ממש מעט. אתם יכולים לראות כמה...
This is not fiction, this is
נראה
real.
זה לא פיקציה. זה אמיתי. אין אוכל.
There's no food. There is food, they're just not giving it to him.
הם נותנים לי מה שהם...
They give me what they can
יכולים.
get. Look, he said they give me, again, this is the part that you need to...
אין אוכל. הם נותנים לי...
So here, they made him say this. They give me what they can get. So he's saying if my situation is because there's no food at all, okay? And this picture of this Hamas guy eating says otherwise. And also the very guy in the picture, if there's not enough food for him, why is there enough food for him? Why does his arm look like that and your arm doesn't look like that? So this part, they give me what they can eat and what they can get is a lie, obviously. Somebody's saying you don't translate good. You understand that it's not my translation? Are you that stupid to not see? Like somebody say you don't translate that good. Do you understand that this is the translation here? Are you blind? Are you blind, sir? So I don't eat enough food. I think this video was made by Hamas himself. Yeah. I'm getting slimmer day after another.
זה מיום ליום. אני נהיה במצב גרוע יותר. אני נהיה חלש יותר.
There's nothing to eat.
אין כלום. אין בשר.
Okay, people are saying the translation is good. Okay, fantastic. Good. Thank you guys for confirming that.
No.
Okay, so this video, can somebody explain to me why Hamas put this video in all of a sudden? Say no meat, no chicken, no seafood. Are they trying to show that we used to treat them well, but now because of Israel, there's no food coming in, and now this is the situation? Is that what's happening? Because there's no context. All of a sudden, it jumps into this.
אין דגים, אין כמעט לחם לאכול.
We barely got some bread. Look, he says I only eat some lentils and beans.
אני אוכל בעיקר פה ושם קצת...
Yeah, I know they told him to say that, but my point is exactly why.
דשים ושווית. זה...
So now we get to the calendar. He explains here. It says this is the beginning of July.
תחילת חודש יולי. אכלתי עדשים.
I ate lentils.
אחרי זה אכלתי...
More lentils in the next day. Okay.
עדשים.
And then Friday, July the 4th, I didn't eat anything. So one day of not eating anything.
לא אכלתי כלום. אני רושם.
I'm writing everything down.
את הכל. יום אחרי זה אכלתי.
Obviously, they told him to do this. In the next day, lentils. So there's two things, guys. Please understand that the point of this by Hamas is two things, right? First of all, because they want Hamas wants to get control of the food. They don't like it that Israel and the United States have another avenue. So they're trying to use this as a way to pressure the world to get more food in the hands of the UN, into the UN trucks, because that's the one that Hamas will have access to. And they're trying to show this to the world so that the world sees like, oh my God, look, they're starving. I mean, the world is not covering this as much, but even if anybody covers this, they would be blaming Israel. Look, you're starving your own people in Gaza as well. That's one point. But the main point is for the people of Israel, because Israel because is really close to completely defeating Hamas, and Hamas is so desperate for a ceasefire to be able to survive. And Hamas knows that there are some disagreements regarding what needs to be done to Gaza, regarding Gaza and Israel. There are more and more Israelis. Remember, I mentioned a couple of streams ago that there's disagreement on this, and some of you attacked me, and you told me that no, there's no disagreement. And I'm like, guys, what are you talking about? I know there's some disagreement over this in Israel. And Hamas is trying to use that disagreement to divide Israel, because they're trying to get the Israeli people to pressure the Israeli government to get a ceasefire so Hamas could survive. And they know, Hamas understands, that the reason why some Israelis are pushing for ceasefire is for the sake of the hostages. So that the hostages, there are many Israelis who are protesting, who are trying to pressure the government to get a ceasefire, so that we could have an agreement with Hamas, so that the hostages are freed. And Hamas is so threatened right now, and this is the game that they're playing, so that they're using this video to encourage more Israelis get upset over his condition, Evyatar's condition, and increase the pressure on the government to do a ceasefire with Hamas. Because please understand that if there is a ceasefire with Hamas, that would give a huge opportunity for Hamas to rebuild, recover, instead of going extinct. So they're trying to play with your emotions here right now to push a ceasefire on you. It's a very strategic play. It's evil, but it's very strategic. And I don't know what you guys think about that. Israelis, especially in the chat, what do you guys think? Because I know I as a non-Israeli, I hope you don't mind if I say that I think a ceasefire is a horrible idea. I know a lot of you are upset with your government for why the war has continued and why Hamas is not destroyed yet. And I think that is, again, sorry that I'm saying this as a foreigner, I think that's unreasonable. Hamas, people, you think your government has failed because Hamas is still around? If you think that, you don't understand the difference between Hamas and other groups like Hezbollah or IRGC. You don't understand how amazing, how much of a progress you actually have made in doing something that seemed impossible. Hamas has been weakened and has been paralyzed to a point that nobody imagined just 2 years ago. The fact that they're still fighting and they still exist is for two reasons. That some of them are still there is, first, because of the hostages. Israel can't do many of the operations that it could have done if it wasn't worried about killing the hostages. But more importantly, is because they're just so mixed with the population. They're just so mixed with the population, and it's just basically very, very difficult to set them apart. So I don't know what you guys think about this. I'll try to pay attention to the chat. So yeah, Angry Keyboard Warrior, it's not just the leftist Israelis, it's also some people who are not leftists who are just think, you know what, I'm not leftist, I just want the hostages to come back. I mean, I get it. I mean, if I was the family of some of these hostages, I might be on the same camp. Yeah, see, Amir is saying I'm worried and I'm not a lefty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what do you guys agree with this? Yes, exactly. They're using emotional weapons to make pressure for another non-acceptable deal so that they could blame Israel again. Yep. I mean, I think your government is I think there's no ceasefire. There shouldn't be any ceasefire. I think you need to just keep at it until nothing like October 7th can ever happen again. Like, I mean, there will be more people like Armin. So you're saying we should let Evyatar die in this horrible situation? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you let Hamas recover, you're basically allowing more October 7th to happen, and basically you're allowing more Evyatars to be kidnapped and be put in this situation.
אחרי זה עוד פעם עדשים. איזשהו
More lentils, beans in the next day here.
יום שלישי,
Tuesday, July 8th, there was nothing. He ate nothing on July 8th.
8 ליולי, לא אכלתי כלום. איזה עדשים.
After that, then lentils, and then more lentils.
עדשים. יום שבת, 12 ליולי.
Guys, it's so, you would think that this is a video you would make to attack Hamas. And then you have to remember, actually, this is a Hamas video. Hamas made this video. Saturday, July the 12th, there was nothing.
לא אכלתי שום דבר. עוד פעם.
And then again, lentils.
עדשים.
Adas.
שועית.
And then beans, Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, look at this. So for 2 days, he had nothing. So July 16th and 17th, he had nothing. 2 days in a row, no food.
יום רביעי, 16 ליולי, לא אכלתי כלום. יום חמישי, 17 ליולי, לא אכלתי שום דבר. יומיים ברצף. אחרי זה אכלתי.
And after that, again, lentils, then lentils
עדשים.
again.
עוד פעם עדשים. יום ראשון, 20 לשביעי, לא אכלתי כלום.
On July 20th, he didn't eat anything.
אחרי זה עדשים. אחרי זה
And then lentils, and then
עוד פעם
nothing.
לא אכלתי כלום. עדשים. עוד פעם לא אכלתי כלום. ואז
And then lentils and this. Okay, so now here you see 3 days in a row. So the last part of the, before they shot this video, so for 3 days in a row, he had nothing. He had no
עוד
food.
פעם לא אכלתי כלום. ועוד פעם לא אכלתי כלום. ועוד פעם לא אכלתי כלום. בסדר?
Okay, so here, this is the part of the video. Yep, obviously we saw this part. This guy is not starving. Somebody's feeding him. Look, he's
זה
saying this can is for 2 days just to keep me alive.
זה ליומיים עכשיו. כל הפחית הזאת זה ליומיים כדי שאני לא אמות. אני רוצה להגיד
Okay, so here's the main propaganda part before we go to the part that he starts digging his own grave. Well, what they say to him is his own grave. But and you'll see why they did that part. The part that he's digging his own grave is supposed to be symbolic, and you'll see what the message is. Yeah. So yeah, Angry Keyboard Warrior, I do agree with you that some leftists also use there are some people who genuinely care about the hostages, and there are some leftists who are just using it for their own narratives. That makes sense, yes.
ראש הממשלה.
Okay, so he wants to talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu.
אני רוצה להגיד לראש הממשלה, לנתניהו, שאני פשוט
Simply
מרגיש שאני
say, I feel that I have been abandoned.
מופקר פה.
Again, please understand that even the words are coming out of his mouth. These are not his statements. This is Hamas speaking right now. This is Hamas. This is meant to make Israelis repeat these words that yes, Netanyahu has abandoned the hostages. This is Hamas trying to understanding what is the main source of division in Israel right now and trying to use that to allow Hamas to survive. And please also understand that what does that say about ceasefire and making a deal with Hamas if Hamas is now using this method to get that? If you want ceasefire and Hamas is so desperately trying to use this propaganda to get the ceasefire, do you want the people who did October 7th to get what they want? And ask yourself, is it in the best interest of Israel, of the people of Israel, to give Hamas what Hamas is asking for? Why do they want this so bad? Their survival depends on them. Their survival depends on it. So you are basically advocating for giving the only way for Hamas to survive. You are arguing for them to get that. That's what you're doing. You will become the reason for potential other attacks on your nation.
לחלוטין. אני איתך.
So you, as the prime minister of my government,
בתור ראש הממשלה שלי, שאמור לדאוג.
must care for me and for other prisoners. I mean, guys, does this work on Israel, on anybody? Has anybody in Israel, you guys in Israel, can you tell me, like, do people watch this and be like, yes, Netanyahu has abandoned you? Like, do people actually, does Hamas's propaganda work on anybody in Israel? So Torah is saying we are not stupid. I mean, I know you're not stupid, but are there, I mean, you're a big country. I'm sure every country has some percentage of dumb people. Well, Jewish Samantha, what do you talk? You say it works on me? What do you mean? What does that mean? Do you mean, are you for ceasefire because of this video? Somebody's saying works on leftists, unfortunately. So, Jewish Samantha, you're believing this propaganda video by Hamas? I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, see, somebody binary is saying, yes, it works. I've seen many people that drink this up. Okay, that's sad. Okay, so Jewish Samantha, that's not what I meant. You're saying I can't stop crying. Okay, that's obviously a proper response, Jewish Samantha. That's not what I mean. That when I said does it work on you, that's not what I meant. Your response is completely, valid. That's the correct response to have. Now, what I meant is when I said does this work on anybody, what I meant is, does it make anybody agree with the words that are coming out of his mouth, but is obviously Hamas's word, that this is that Netanyahu has abandoned the hostages, and that this is a betrayal, and that we need to see this is a video as a demonstration that we need ceasefire, we need to make a deal with Hamas so that we could get the hostages back. That's what I mean. Oh, Jewish Samantha, yes. Oh, I don't know if she can hear us because she said she has to turn off the volume. No, somebody's saying mixed feelings. Okay, so somebody's saying I'm not a fan of BB, but still this video doesn't work on me. Okay, good. So I hope more people in Israel understand what this is. I mean, it's obvious.
לי ולכל האסירים מתוך מה
You must care for me and for the other
אני
prisoners.
גדלתי עליו במדינת.
How evil Hamas must be to make this video, make this person starve to this point so that they could make a video to say, look, Israel has abandoned this poor starving hostages, make a deal with Hamas. Do you understand the level of evil that it takes for you to go this far?
ישראל.
Must care for me. And I've been told that in Israel, look, so he's now, look at this thing. I've been told in Israel,
דואגים לאסירים, דואגים
government care for prisoners
לשבויים, למי שנמצא
and care for anyone imprisoned by the enemy.
בשבי האויב.
I feel that I have been abandoned.
נראה שאני מופקר על ידך, על ידי הממשלה הזאת. כל מה
all what I learned and raised, all that I learned and was raised for.
שלימדו אותי.
Basically, I think it means that, I don't know who translated this, but I think it means that whatever I learned since childhood, I think that's what
כל מה שגדלתי עליו.
It's not true.
לא נכון. שקר.
Okay, so you saw they also put a lie, put the lie, and it's not true, and it's a lie. They put echo for that. So obvious, this is such. Oh my! The editing on this. They're trying to show to the Israeli people, look, you thought your government cares for you, but that was a lie, and they put an echo effect on the lie part, just to play with your emotions. Look at this.
פשוט לא נכון. שקר.
Oh, and this part is the most evil part. So they start making him dig his own grave. Basically, the whole point of this propaganda, this part, is to show that, look, Israel, you're running out of time. This guy's going. If you don't deal with Hamas, this guy's going to die. So he's saying, what I'm doing now is digging my own grave.
מה שאני עושה עכשיו, אני חופר את הקבר. הקבר שמיד מבחינתי לי. כי כל יום שעובר הגוף שלי הולך, נחלש.
This is so disgusting. Saying every day my body becomes weaker and weaker.
רזה יותר וחלש יותר. מבחינתי זה נראה שאני בדרך.
I'm walking directly to my grave.
דרך למוות שלי.
This is like pure evil. Like, I don't know what you need to be made out of to be able to do something like this. This is the grave where I think I'm going to be buried in.
את הקבר שבו אני אולי אשכב. ובאמת, כל יום שהולך ועובר, הזמן נגמר.
Time is running out.
הזמן...
So, you know what? Okay, so it's interesting because he says time is running out, meaning that time is running out for me. But do you understand what this actually means? What this actually means is that time is running out for Hamas. Time is running out for Hamas, and they are so desperate for a ceasefire so that they don't end, so that they don't get wiped out by Israel. And this is they can't do. There's not much they can do. There's not much left that Hamas can do other than using Israeli people against their own government. They have been defeated. Time is running out for Hamas. So they're trying to tell Israelis that, look, time is running out for Evyatar, for your hostages. Get your government off of our back. And think about the betrayal that is. If some Israelis manage to put enough pressure on their government to get a ceasefire, you have basically played into the hands of Hamas. What you have done is that exactly when Israel is the strongest and Hamas is the weakest, you have managed to get your government, force your government, because it's a democracy, you have forced your government to back off exactly when they needed to continue and finish the job. Yeah, and people are saying the word the sun. Yeah, guys, exactly. That's a very good point. Where are the mass protests for this? Where are the accusations? I notice when people want to act like they're not biased, what they do is they say, like, yeah, of course I condemn Hamas, and then they spent the rest of the time talking about how evil Israel is. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you. Yuav is saying, don't be discouraged, fellow Jews. Witness our brothers in the caves. Witness our brothers in the caves, but Titus failed. Titus failed. Rome failed. The Inquisition failed. Hitler failed. And also the green, oh my God, this is so powerful. And also the green bandana cuckoos will fail. The green bandana cuckoos. Oh, that's so good. I need to screenshot this. The green bandana cuckoos will fail. Am Israel Chai. This is so good, Yoav. Thank you so much for sending that. That's beautiful. I mean, Israel, to make your point, Israel has survived much worse situations than this. Yes, Am Israel Chai. Against all odds in history, Am Israel Chai. This is time is running out. Oh, look, it says you are the only ones who can end this, talking about the government, the Israeli people. Again, please understand that this is Hamas talking to you. Hamas is saying, you want your hostages back? End the war. End the war. Hamas is begging you right now. This is Hamas on their hands and knees begging the Israeli people to please stop your government. Your government is killing me. I have the people that you care for. Get your government to stop killing me if you want your hostages back. If you want Evyatar back. I'm dying here. Get your government to stop or else. That's what this message is. Exactly, because Israel is winning. This video, like, as devastating that as this is actually because Israel is winning. This is a sign that Israel is winning. They're trying to show this as a sign that Israel is losing, but it's only because Israel is winning that Hamas had to make this video, because they're scared. This is a demonstration of Hamas being terrified. Exactly. Somebody saying, Wub is saying Israel made the hard choice. Let me actually, you're so true, and let me complete that. Israel made the hard choice that the rest of the world either refused or was too cowardly to do. The decision they were too cowardly to make. Israel is doing the difficult job that the rest of the world is not willing to pay the price for. And instead of a thank you, it's getting condemned for it. Yeah, exactly. On seven fronts. So here, the last part, let's look at this last part. So you hear the TikTok. And again, they're putting the TikTok for Hamas in this video is meant to make you afraid that this is the TikTok for Evyatar's life, but the TikTok is actually for Hamas. Oh, wait, look at this. Saying to be released and to be able to sleep in my bed when, oh, fucking God, piece of shit. That is so heartbreaking. Time is running out. You're the only ones who can end this. To be released and be able to sleep in my bed with my family. Holy fucking shit, man. And look, they put the clocks here. Motherfuckers. So look, they spell it out exactly what they want here. Only ceasefire agreement brings them back alive. So this is exactly what you shouldn't be giving them. Given how desperately they want a ceasefire agreement, that's exactly what you should not be giving them. If they want it, it means that if Hamas wants it so bad, that means that this is bad for Israel. Anything that Hamas wants this bad cannot be good for Israel. Look, they put the TikTok sound. Oh my God. Look how they're trying to play with your emotions. Time is running out. They're trying to scare you. This is so evil, man. And what does this say? Guys, anybody speaks Arabic here? Because I speak Persian. It says Alam al-Askari. I don't know what that means. If anybody speaks Arabic, let me know. And also, let me see some people. I got some super chats. We got this super chat. Angry Keyboard Warrior saying, who else made Jews dig their own graves? Oh, that's a good point, Angry Keyboard Warrior. Thank you. And we got another super chat here saying Talmud was written. Okay, this is, I think, the same as the other guy with 2 accounts. Saying Talmud was written by Hubal, the god of Saturn. Okay, sure. Well, thank you for the super chat. Guys, I need to show you another video as well. I covered this. I hope you bear with me as I show you one more video from Iran. Do you guys mind if I show you a very important video from Iran? I know we're switching topics, but I really need you guys to see this. Is that okay if you allow me to switch topic a little bit? I need to show you this video. Yes, is that okay? All right. Okay, so this girl, we had a video of her 2 years. This is a new video that she just released. Okay. Her name is Bita Shafi'i. A few years ago, she had a video out and then she disappeared for a while. Let me actually show you the video of her that we had around 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. She was much younger then. And because of this video, they arrested her. And when they saw how bold and fearless she is, they arrested her mom as well just to punish her. And in this video, let me just play a little bit of it. This is the original video from a couple of years ago. Then I'll play you the video that she just came out and released recently.
یه چیز خیلی مهمی که هست وقتی منو بازداشت کرده بودن و رفته بودن.
I'm not going to play the entire thing. I'm just going to give you the gist of it. In this video, she talks about when she was arrested. They tried to scare her by telling her the consequences. She wasn't scared. Let me actually.
زندان بعضیا میترسیدن که مثلا اسم من رسانه‌ای.
Oh, so she's saying that people were afraid that to mention my name because they thought that if they mention my name, the consequences for me will become higher.
میترسن واسه من اتفاق بیفته. اصلا اینطوری نیست. اصلا اینجوری نیست. شما
She's saying that's not the case at all. That's not the situation at all.
اگه صدای من نباشی، صدای کسایی که داخل زندانن نباشی.
She says, if you are not my voice, because when they come and arrest me, if you do not amplify my voice, if you don't mention my name, if what we are doing, they will be able to do whatever they want to me. So when they imprison us, she says, please mention our names because that will help us. So she says, so please be our voice. So she's saying, when I go out and protest in the streets, I go for myself and I do it for you. I do it for myself and I do it for you. My goal is a free Iran. What I want is a free Iran. And a free Iran for myself and for you. If you're one of those people who is scared to come out into the streets to protest, then at least just support me. When we basically means that the people who go into the streets, if you are not coming to the streets, at least be our voice. So when I go to jail, when they come arrest me, be my voice. If they kill me, please be my voice. Let's be each other's voices. We need to be united. We shouldn't be scared of them. We shouldn't be scared of the Islamic Republic. They're nothing. They're zero. They're nothing. We shouldn't be afraid of them. If we are scared of them, we're giving them power. We should not give them that power. When they arrested me, they asked me if I regret what I have
این
done.
جمله من یاد یلدا آقا فضلی افتادم.
So when they asked me that, I remember someone else, one of the other victims of the protest.
گفتم اون دختری که همسن منه اون اظهار پشیمونی نکرد، چرا من باید اظهار
See, she's saying another woman who was my age, she didn't show any signs of regret.
پشیمونی کنم؟ چرا من مثلا الان باید پشت اونو خالی کنم اون به خاطر ما؟
So why should I stop supporting them, these other young women who are this brave? Why should I stop supporting them when they are not doing the same? So she said when she was arrested, when they asked her if she was regretted what she did, she said she didn't show any signs of regret.
روزی منم زندان رفتم یا روزی منم دستگیر شدم شهید شدم یا هر چی، شماها باید صدای ما باشید.
So if one day I die for what I'm doing, you need to be my voice. All of you guys need to be my voice.
من خودم صدای همه، صدای خودمم.
You know, I try to be everyone's voice, my voice, other people's voices.
من باش صدای.
So you should be my voice as well.
دیگری باش، متحد باشیم.
Let's be united. He's like this government is nothing. They are nothing. It's like it's just ashes. There's nothing. So we are the ones who are giving it power with our fear. So he's saying if the government is the only strength that the Islamic Republic has is the fear, is our fear that we give it power because we are afraid of it. So that was a couple of years ago, and then after that she disappeared, and they went and because they saw that no matter what they do to her, she doesn't back down. They arrested her mom. They threatened her to punish her mom for what she's doing. So she went silent for 2 years, and we didn't hear anything of her for 2 years. And then just yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yes, yesterday. She came out, and now you can see that she's older, and she released a new video. So let's see what she has to say now. So she's saying, blessings to all the people. Blessings to all the people of my homeland, Iran, and the monarchists, and the freedom fighters. Oh yeah, Heavy Gretel remembers. Heavy Gretel says, I remember you talking about her back. Yes, when she released her video earlier, like years ago, and she said, be my voice, I made a show on the Persian channel and English channel. I basically tried to be her voice. So yes, I remember introducing you guys to her back then. But now, as soon as she came back, I wanted to now be her voice again. She's asking us to be her voice. So that's why I wanted to be her voice, because that's what she's asking. So I'm coming here and I'm letting you know what she's saying. So now this is her new video. So I, Bita Shafi'i, after 2 years of silence, after they arrested me and my mother, they put her into 40 days of what is it called? Infiradi, when Cellula Infiradi. No, that's when you put Cellula Infiradi. Solitary confinement. Okay. By the way, I heard solitary confinement for 40 days is like absolute mental torture. That's what I heard. So that's what they did to her mom. And 3 months. Well, okay, and also 3 months in the prison for her.
بعد از همه این شرایط سختی که گذشت به این نتیجه رسیدم که
After all of these hardships that went by, I came to the conclusion that I cannot be silent anymore. Guys, she's about to say something that it's a red line in Iran. Okay, please guess in the chat what it is, what she's about to say, because a lot of people don't understand that some previous red lines are not red lines in Iran anymore. In Iran, people express their hate for Islam openly so much now because there's too many people and the government has given up on that. Their women taking off their hijab has become the norm because just too many that the government has. Those are not red lines as much as they used to be. They're still dangerous, but they're not red lines as much as they used to be anymore. People now openly, I was on our Persian Discord community, and somebody said that they went into the store, they were trying to buy something, the electricity went out, so the card reader would not work anymore, and the person on the other side just openly started swearing at Khamenei in public. So even swearing at Khamenei, because the power outage, he started swearing at Khamenei. Even swearing at Khamenei among many Iranians is not the red line anymore. It's becoming more and more normal. What do you think is the new red lines? The new red lines that is, and guys, the red lines are constantly being moved. Like all of these red lines have been crossed and become normalized over the past only 2 or 3 years. So the new red, and also guys, the red line used to be Pahlavi, okay? New red line, but now is a specific Pahlavi. The new specific red line is supporting Reza Pahlavi and supporting Israel. Israel and Reza Pahlavi are the new taboo things that could get you in serious trouble. So Reza Pahlavi, let's say what she says now, okay? And this is very brave, and this is why we're worried about Beta right now, because what she says is something very dangerous to say. She's recording this from inside Iran, and she posted this on her own account. So we're worried what might happen to her. So and not many people know Beta. Beta is not as famous as Mahsa, Nika, Majid Reza Rahnavard, or Sarina, or all the other people who died. I mean, they are famous because they died. I want them to be famous before they die. I want Beta to be famous. I don't want to have to wait for Beta to die for everybody to know her name. I want people to know her name while she's alive, so that maybe by knowing her name, we could avoid losing her as well. We have lost so many of our heroes. We have lost Nika, we have lost Majid Reza, we have lost so many people. We have lost Sarina, and the only thing we can do right now to try to not lose Beta as well is just by knowing her and just mentioning her name. So she said before that I cannot be silent anymore. When I see the situation that the Iranian my people are in, my heart breaks when I see what the situation that we're in. So I cannot be silent. So I will announce to you here that I will break the silence. So I want to be the spokesperson, the voice of this Z generation Z in Iran, and also other generations, because she's from the generation Z. If they give me the honor to be their voice, I want to represent them. So if they accept me as their representatives, I want to announce that that nobody other than Prince Reza Pahlavi is able to bring, after Iran is free, is able to bring Iran back to the proud and to the prosperous, high situation, proud position that it was in. Nobody other than Reza Pahlavi will be able to do that. I think what she's doing is that she's trying to use the voice that she has, because she's saying the situation right now is so bad. She understands that we all need to get united, so she's trying to use her voice to get everybody on the same track, on the same team, by showing her support for Reza Pahlavi.
من در ایران میمونم و از اینجا نمیرم.
She says, I will remain in Iran. I will not leave Iran.
ارادت خودم رو نسبت به رضا شاه دوم اعلام میکنم.
And I will show my respect, my solidarity with Reza, with King, with this Reza Shah Dovom, King Reza II. King Reza II. So some people called Reza Pahlavi King Reza II because the first Reza Pahlavi was King Reza I.
از همین تریبون میخوام به همه مردم عزیز ایران بگم که
And I want to say to the dear people of Iran from my platform, I want to say
دوباره بعد گذشته 2 سال که شجاع باشید، نترسید.
To be brave, don't be afraid.
ما شاهزاده رو داریم.
We have our prince.
واقعا نمیتونم بعد این چیزایی که گذشت به ما مردم ایران
I really, after everything that is happening to the Iranian people,
بیشتر از این سکوت کنم.
I cannot stay silent anymore. I think what's happening is that she's noticing these days how horrible the situation in Iran is and the amount of suffering that the Iranian people are experiencing. And she says, I cannot tolerate that anymore. That's why she was silent because they had threatened her. So here's what happens. When the government knows that you are too brave to threaten, they can't threaten your family. And usually even the bravest people become silent when the government goes after your family. So Bita's weakness was her mother. So the government realized that they cannot silent her with any threats unless they threaten her mother. And that's why she was silent for 2 years. But this is why she's crying, because even with that threat that exists against not just her, but her mother for what she's doing, she's saying that after 2 years, now with what I'm witnessing, with the suffering of the Iranian people that I'm witnessing, she's basically risking everything. The government has told her that shut up or we'll come after your mom. And she thought that she cannot do that anymore. And she thought to herself, she came to the conclusion that if I'm doing a video right now that could have the most impact, the most positive impact, risking everything now after putting this video out, what can I say for it to have the most positive impact? And she decided the most important thing that she could say that could have the most positive impact, and she's risking it all to get that message to us, is to show support for Reza Pahlavi as the only person who could save Iran and the Iranian people. So, and she's giving more than her life for her to come and say that to the Iranian people. Yes, exactly. She's just Heavy Grotto saying she's basically risking her mom to speak out. Exactly. So she says it's not important at all to me what happens to me. She says my blood is not more valuable than the blood of all the other young people who died in the protests. So she says, I don't care what happens to me. Why my blood is not. There's a saying in Persian, we say my blood is not more colorful doesn't have more color than other people's blood. They're all the same blood. So she says, I'm willing to give my blood. I'm willing to accept whatever could happen to me, because why should I value my life so much when so many other people have given their lives? So she says at the end, Javid Shah, and then Javid Khandan Iransaz Pahlavi, which means long live the king and long live the Iran building Pahlavi dynasty. We call them Khandan Iransaz Pahlavi because that family built Iran from nothing, from almost complete annihilation. And that's why we call them the Iran building dynasty. That's what we call them. So that's what she said. And also thank you for writing her name. Somebody wrote her name. If you want to find her, Bita Shafi'i. That's how it's written in English, I think. Thank you for that. Yes, Iran builder. Yes, Iran builder, the Pahlavi dynasty. Yeah, or like that. You could say maybe that you could translate it like that. Yes. And guys, that's also how we usually end the show. We say Javid Shah. We say Amir Ralkhai and Javid Shah. Yeah, somebody's saying, oh my God, she's incredibly brave. I know, right? And also, Jewish Samantha, I'm so sorry for stressing you out so much. I know it was difficult to watch that. I apologize for, sorry about that. Anyways, today was I had some difficult videos to show. I know it was a difficult set of videos. I have another video that because the videos that I showed you were so heartbreaking, I have a dark humor video from Iran, and I'm gonna ask you if I should show you that. I don't know if it's appropriate. A lot of Iranian, how Jews are good at comedy. The reason why Jews are good at comedy is because they have gone through so much hardship for hundreds of years. And usually when a group of people go through hardship, they become good at comedy, especially dark comedy. And I think that's why the Iranian people in the past 40 years have also become really good at comedy, because dark comedy is usually a defense mechanism against the horrible condition, against tragedy, right? It's also a very effective way to spread the news, because otherwise it would be so hard to consume such horrible news. But I do have a video that is demonstration of the horrible condition in Iran right now from Tabriz, from the Turkish part of Iran. And I wonder if you guys want me to show you that, but I don't know. It's going to be I thought given that I took you through so much horrible videos, maybe I should give you this. Is that okay? Should I show you that? Or is it too much of or is it not appropriate? No, somebody's saying, please, Musad, protect your mother and her. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, she's only 17. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna video. I'm not saying anybody saying don't show it. So I'm gonna show you this video, because I think like we need to recover from all of that. Okay. Show us. Okay, sure. Yes, it is. The Amir knows what I'm gonna show. Okay, so this is from. Let me see. This is from Azerbaijan, Iran, in Tabriz, northwest of Iran, in the Turkish part of Iran. So as you know, right now in Iran, a lot of people are experiencing water outages and electricity outages, right? So many hours in the day. And these guys in Azerbaijan, they speaking Turkish, so I had to get somebody to translate it for me. They're experiencing something interesting. Not only they have no water, apparently now the faucet is actually consuming water. So they made a tea. Given that it's sucking water, they're like, oh my God, it's thirsty. They felt bad for it. They're like making a video and sending it to everybody. Like, oh my God, they're thirsty. We made a tea. And they also give it sugar. So watch this.
علاوه بر سومuz şeyofte hatta bu sumuz da çaysız deyip. Qəndət içərisə şirin olsun, içə birin çay olsun.
Like, look, like, oh my God, we noticed that it's thirsty. So not only they have no water, it's actually sucking water. So they're like, oh, so we noticed that it's thirsty, so we made it suck.
Şirin çay olsun. İş boşluğa dolar. İç, nuşucan bala.
Or like, okay, like they're saying to it, bless you, drink. They're treating it as if it's like a cute little animal.
Canına.
Like, oh my, like, oh, so like my life, drink.
Eyvan buna bir tane çay getirin. Ona bir tane çay getirin. Bir tane de çay getirin. Semaverden çay tür. Çay tür semaverde. Azerbaycan'ın şərqində Təbrizdir. Ha, bir tane de çay tür. Təbrizdir ha, Azerbaycan'ın şərqi, bir tane de çay.
At the end of the video, they also say like, let's see if it eats bread as well and wants to eat bread as
Çay
well.
tökünü. Ha, iç. İş boşluğa dolar. Lavaşsız adınız yoktur verəsi bizə də bu yiyə. Heyvan açdı. Susuzluqdan öyle. İç. Təbriz lavasandı ha bu da. İş boşluğa dolar. İç. Dəbəsin.
Yeah, Amikai is saying funny but actually tragic. Yeah, exactly. That's what dark humor is like. Yeah, they're speaking Azeri, exactly. Yeah, I have regret all that before I left. Anyways, guys, sorry for today being a lot more depressing than usual. Please, you know, I know it's too much. It might be too much to ask because Beta is not Iranian, but please, I'm trying to make as many Iranians to mention Evyatar's name, and I hope like some of you will also go out and say Beta's name. Okay, so let's be their voices, both of their voices. Okay, Evyatar and Beta at the same time. Okay, they are, yeah. So, and I think we could be there for each other. I think we Iranian people could try to be there for Israelis when you guys might need us. I don't know if you do, but we will be there anyways, even if you don't. But we do need you guys to be out there for us. So let's just remember them both. Okay. Thank you guys, and please like the stream and share the stream if you can. Okay. And I'm Israel Chai. Oh, by the way, I have a new show on my personal channel after this. So if anybody's interested, I'm starting in about 15 minutes on my personal channel, YouTube channel, Armin Navabi. But until tomorrow, again, same time tomorrow. I'm Israel Chai. Javicha. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, guys.